Are you ready to expand your life and reality? Join us for the next hour with Jamie Bates as she shares life-changing thoughts, techniques, and awarenesses to help you expand your reality.
Hello and welcome. I am Jamie Bates, consciousness facilitator and expander of realities. My mission with my radio show is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. I am grateful that you are joining me today. And today I'm talking about relationships, perhaps the lack of relationships in your life or the lack of finding a relationship that works for you. Or maybe it's the lack in the relationship that you have now and how it doesn't work for you. So today I'm going to really kind of do my best to explain what I have found most people do in relationship and how that creates a relationship that doesn't work, how that actually creates a relationship that isn't able to actually truly have the connection, right, that you know is possible. I think each and every one of us, we have this inner knowing that there is someone out there that can really truly light our body up, right, that can really truly connect to us on a deeper level than anyone has been able to connect to us before. And so we're in this mission, if you will, of always trying to find that connection. And maybe it even means that you are married currently and you don't have that connection with who you're with, and you desperately are seeking that relationship or desperately seeking that connection, trying to make that connection with the person that you have. And that's one of the things that I really see in those of us that are aware is instead of really truly seeing what is possible, what is really truly real and true about relationships, we tend to go to what we want and then we try to project on other people that same energy to try to create it with the person. And the thing is that's not really how you create a cosmic or a soul match or a true space of even being like this soul, twin flame energy that we feel like we're all looking for. So today I want to talk about that. I want to kind of talk about how I see most of us create relationship, and in myself included, how I've created relationship in the past. And even going as far as really looking at having relationship and how to really even change that into the energy that matches what you would like to have. Yeah, so let's go ahead and really get into more space of us. And let's go ahead and put our barriers down, our barriers down, our barriers down, our barriers down. And let's go ahead and expand out. And if you have never expanded out before, all you have to do is listen to my voice. We're just expanding out our being, not our body. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go as big as the state that you're in. And you're going to go all the way out and all the way down and all the way up. And take a nice deep breath. And let's go ahead and expand out as big as the country that you're in. Yeah, nice deep breath. Just expanding your being. You don't have to do anything. You just have to allow your being to expand as you are a being who has a body within it. So we're not expanding our body, we're only expanding our being. And as big as the planet that we're on, all the way out, all the way out, all the way out, becoming one with everyone and everything. And as big as the universe, as big as the universe actually is, bigger and faster and bigger and faster. In the multiverse, multiple universes, and times that by a million, and times that by a million, and times that by a million, times that by a million, all the way out to the space of who you be as the infinite being that you be. Nice deep breath. So today I want to kind of explain this from the area of being single, if you will. And I think if you're listening to this show still and you're in relationship, it's okay because this information is going to pertain to you as well. And I guarantee that even if you are in relationship, you potentially possibly went through the same kind of steps that I'm going to be talking about here for people who are currently single. I know for myself, this is exactly where I went with in relationship, and I see it all the time with my clients. This is one of those things that I explain kind of over and over and over, and I would say it's probably one of the core things that I find myself continuously going over with people. And this is that space where it's like we have to start to function in this place where instead of projecting and having expectations of other people, we actually truly allow ourselves to be aware of who people are and where they're functioning in. Okay. Oftentimes, and I think this is true for many of us that are seeking relationship, right? We want relationships so bad. It's like we are so ready to have the person of our dreams, right? We're so ready to have the love of our life. We've been fantasizing about what that would be like, right? What that would be like to have this amazing partner in our life, a boy, girl, man, woman, whatever it is for you. We've been really, truly, really in this place where we're ready to have this relationship that we've are always desired, right? Like you know it, you feel it, you see it, and you meet someone. And I think this is, I see this so often in just regular people as well. I have family members that have functioned in this, right? You meet someone and all of a sudden you decide without even really truly knowing that person, without even really truly uh, knowing who that soul is, you decide, hey, this is the person, this is the one. They make my heart flutter. You find yourself daydreaming all day about the future with this person, the places you're going to go, the things you're going to see, right? And all of a sudden, you make a decision that this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Except oftentimes, you leave out a lot of parts and pieces of that. You don't actually really get to know the person. And this is where it gets weird, because this is where you start to feel those feelings of feeling inadequate, right? Feeling like this person isn't going to love you, feeling like this person is potentially going to leave you, feeling like you did something wrong, feeling like and I tell people all the time, if you're hearing that continuous head noise, and I want to say right now, if you're in relationship and you're freaking out right now going, oh my gosh, what if I made a mistake? Like, don't even go there, because you've already chose it, right? So this isn't about like making where you're at right now wrong. This is about identifying, where did I decide? Where did I decide? What did I decide about relationship that actually keeps me from having one that works? Wow, all that energy and everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 and everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of our universes? And can we just choose that now? And here we're just going to clear this, and all you have to say is, I choose that now, please. And we're just going to vaporize, 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 vaporize. So all I'm doing here is I'm clearing the polarity. Okay, so when I ask the question of what did you decide about relationship that keeps you from having one that works, essentially all of the decisions that you had about relationship come running up. All of the energy of all of that comes kind of running at you. So when I say, hey, can we choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And you say yes, what we actually do is we get to start changing the energy. Because what we want to do is we want to change the places where you have decided things about relationship. Instead of standing in what is real and true, you have used your decisions to kind of blind you from actually truly having a relationship that works. Yeah, yeah, and just let all that go. Like, the thing about this is, you guys, and I think that especially if you're new to this, it's like we want to go to this place where we make ourselves wrong. Like, oh my gosh, I did that. I'm so terrible. I'm so wrong. No, you're not. You just function in a society that has always told us that this is this and that is that, right? This is A and through Z, right? And you have to follow the rules and this is how it is. And the thing is this reality doesn't teach us how to be aware. And today that's what I want to invite you into. I want to invite you into the space where you get to start being aware about relationships, where you get to start going, okay, like stepping back from that for a moment and really looking at who am I and what is it that I'm truly looking for? And when you can start defining who you are and what it is that you're looking for, all of a sudden you can start getting a clear picture of the people that are showing up for you and how they would match or not match what it is that you're looking for. Now, if you're already married, right, you're already in relationship with this person, this is still something that can work for you. Because when you start defining what works for you and what doesn't, you can start defining the different personality traits that the people are that you're already with, and you can start releasing yourself from the polarity around them so you can have a different possibility. Now, I looked at how I can do this show today twofold, and it's really going to be difficult for me to go flip-flopping back and forth. So again, I am going to kind of focus more on the single aspect of this because I feel like there's information in this, even being the single, because I think we can all relate to when we were looking for a relationship and how we decided, right? You found someone. Right, and you're like, okay, you're gonna be the one, and then the universe starts telling you all of these things. Oh well, this doesn't actually work for you, and this doesn't actually work for you, and that looks like things like, oh, why did he do that? That was stupid. Or why did she do that? That was stupid, right? That was a dumb move. Oh, and then you go to this place where it's like, oh, that's okay. I don't, you know, I don't, I can change that later, or I don't have to be worried about that, right? The thing is the universe always gives you information when you're looking for a relationship. And this is one of these things I try to really stress with people. And I know that we have decided that finding someone who really truly works for us is really, really hard. Like, you're never allowed to have a relationship that works for you. Ooh, everything all of that is. Oh wow, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah. Let that go, 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 let that go. So because you have decided that you're not allowed to have a relationship that works for you, what you do is you continually try to make a relationship work for you. Now, there's a million different reasons why we do this. I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of the conditioning that we have really in this society, because we're supposed to be kind and nice, right? We're not supposed to point things out that don't work for us. We're supposed to keep our mouth shut, right? We're supposed to um, we're supposed to kind of like give people the benefit of the doubt. I think that's a huge one, right? What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? Giving people the benefit of the doubt is kind of one of those energies that I think is one of the major tripper uppers of relationship in general, because we don't want to make a split decision. We don't want to make a decision that stops us from having potentially a relationship that is mind blowing and life changing, right? And so what we do is we continually go to that energy of, oh well, what if I'm wrong? Oh well, what if I'm wrong? Oh well, what if I'm wrong? What if you're not wrong? What if you're never wrong? What if the universe is continually trying to tell you what does and what doesn't work for you? One of the things that I have learned is when I start standing firmly in what doesn't actually work for me, and I think that this is where it gets tangly because when I say to people, well, that person doesn't actually work for you, then it feels like somewhere that I'm saying that that person is a bad person, and it's not what I'm saying at all. The thing that we all have to get is we're all different. And there is truly someone in this universe. There's a lot of people in this universe, you guys. There's like what, like 8 billion beings that are actually embodied, people who have a body right now. And you're going to tell me that of those 8 billion people, there is no one on this whole planet that actually fits you in a way that you don't have to give them the benefit of the doubt? Just feel that for a second. What if there truly is someone in this universe? What if there truly is someone out there that distinctly matches the frequency of who you are? Where when you're around this person, when you're with this person, there isn't this head noise of wrongness. There isn't this energy of looping. There isn't this feeling of heaviness around them. There's a feeling of lightness, of freedom, of ease. Often when I'm working with someone, I'm always telling them, find the ease, find the ease, find the ease, right? And they're always telling me, oh, but this is kind of easy, but blah, blah, blah. No buts. When you hear the but, that is the universe trying to signal to you that this is actually not going to work for you. When you align with a relationship that truly works for you, it truly lights your body up, it truly has the feeling of something that is truly going to work for you. There isn't any buts. There's no head noise. There's no all of this information of looping, of trying to figure it out. There's not a figuring it out. Yeah, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. And everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. One of the other key things that I find in people who are trying to start relationships with energies that don't match is kind of this place where they're continuously making themselves wrong. Like, what did I do wrong? What am I doing that is wrong? Why doesn't anyone like me? What's wrong with me? Those are all energies where you are essentially trying to align with the wrong type of person. So looking at this, I want to really kind of talk to you about a relationship that actually truly really works for you. So when a relationship works, it's like there's this amazing flow of ease that happens. And when you're in this flow of ease, it's kind of like for first and foremost, the head noise kind of it skips out and goes away. It's like you don't have that continuous bantering back and forth of what ifs, right? And kind of the energies of oh gosh, there's like so many in there. It's like this place where you're constantly trying to talk yourself into relationship with this person. If you find yourself, and I know this is it's really deep, and that's what I think is the most interesting part about it, is it happens like if you're in that space, you've probably always been functioning in that space with relationship. And it's hard for me to explain to people when you're in it. It's kind of like, being a potato and being in carrot soup, right? And like you don't really fit in carrot soup, but you're trying to make yourself fit in carrot soup and you're trying to continuously talk yourself into being a carrot, but you're not. I know that might be a bad example, but it's kind of one of these things where let's just clear for a second all this shit stupidity on consciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog around all of this. Yeah, and all of that, 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 everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. Let's clear one more time. What did you decide about relationship that keeps you from having one that works? Wow, all of that, 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 everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. I think a lot of these decisions that we have about relationship is stems from many of us have parents growing up, grandparents maybe even, and sometimes it looks like they've been married for 50, 60 years, but the reality is their relationship really doesn't actually work for them. They decided it works, right? And maybe they have that constant squabbling and constant, uh, constant arguing. I know plenty of couples who have been married even 40, 50 years who have amazing, great relationships. And I know other couples who've been married 40, 50 years who can't stand each other, right? And I don't even think that they would even realize that they can't stand each other, except for the fact that they're continuously, constantly making each other wrong. You know couples like that who've been married a really long time, or maybe even a really short time, and they're constantly, continuously making each other wrong. I'm going to tell you right now that if you're in a relationship, or anyone that you know is in a relationship, or you're trying to start a relationship and you're continuously cycling and making the other person wrong, it's because you don't fit. You actually truly are not an energetic match. And when you're in relationship with someone who you don't match with, it's kind of like universal law. You have to make that person wrong. And the thing is it's not that the person maybe even really is that bad or that wrong of a person. It's that you don't match. Yeah, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. And the thing is when you don't have an energetic match, you have to make the other person wrong. So I had an interesting conversation with somebody recently who has been dating. She's a client of mine and she's been dating, right? And so the kind of the loop that she goes through is she finds someone, she meets someone, right? And she tells me, "Oh, they're so dreamy and they're this and they're that and they're this and they're that." And then when she's with that person, what she finds is she's having all of these thoughts about, am I good enough for this person? Am I prettier than this person's ex? Right? What if we start dating and we're down the road and they find someone prettier than me? Will they like my body? Will they like will they like the things I create? Will they? And she's going into all of this head noise, and I always stop her right there. I'm like, wait, stop, stop, stop. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're having all of those thoughts about the person, they don't match for you. They don't match. And then she goes to the space where she's like, but how do I know? How do I know that person doesn't actually truly match? And I go back to the energy of, because when there's a match, there is really truly no fear. And I know that that seems like a weird space. And I know that you want to rebuttal with me, and I know that you want to tell me that what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, and I get it because I've been there. But I'm here to tell you right now that when you have a soul's alignment, when you have a frequency match, you do not have the head noise. Everything, all of that is, and everywhere you've decided that you have to have the head noise and that it has to look a certain way and that you have to figure out relationship because there's no possible way that relationship could be that easy. Yes, everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. The closer in alignment that you get with a relationship that truly works for you, the less noise there is. Now, I will say that this same person found someone who relatively is pretty easy for her. Okay? Now, there are parts and pieces about the next person that she starts dating that has more elements of ease within it, right? And she doesn't have the head noise. But all of a sudden, she finds herself um, talking down to this person and making this person wrong and kind of being mean to this person. And she's like, hold up, wait a second, this is not actually me. Generally speaking, I am the victim, I will say, quote unquote, of the unkindness, right? I tend to get more of the energy of people being unkind to me. And all of a sudden I found myself being unkind to this person. Okay, I'm going to tell you again, not quite an energetic match. Yeah, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to find someone and everything's going to be complete roses and heart balloons and complete and total ease, because there may be instances where you kind of have to talk through things and things can be interesting, but not in a way where things are bringing up continuous wrongness. That's a difference. When you feel a wrongness coming in, whether it's wrongness projected at you or wrongness projected at the other person, that is universal language for this does not work. Yeah, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. All the way out and all the way down and all the way out and all the way down and all the way out and all the way down. What did you decide about relationships that keeps you from having one that works? Everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. I'm going to say it again. When you have a relationship that works for you, there is not the wrongness. Whereas everywhere you're not allowed to have a relationship that works for you. Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. And everything you've decided that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. More space and more possibility. More space and more possibility. Let's just untangle more of that. More of that, 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 more of that. And one more time, what is you've decided about relationship that keeps you from having one that works? Yes, all of that, 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 and everything all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah, and just let all that go. Let all that go. And let all that go. And whereas everywhere you're not allowed to have a relationship that works for you. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. There is a space of ease that is available to you when you get out of what relationship has to look like and you get into what it is that you truly desire. Honestly, when you get into the space where you stop projecting out what you think relationship has to look like, right? That's, I think that's key. It's like the switch from projecting out what relationship has to look like, what someone has to show up like, what the person that you're in relationship with has to be like, and you start going into what it is that you truly desire. What are you looking for? What would the relationship that truly looked like you feel like? You truly get to have a relationship that works for you. So, first and foremost, it's really about, let's kind of look at, again, what is everything that you've decided about relationship? Where is everywhere you've decided relationship has to be this or that, or this or that, or this or that, right? Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. It's this eternal, it's like eternalization energy of this place where we have decided that something is wrong with us because we haven't been able to find the one that truly works for us. And again, this is true for those of us that are in relationship as well. It's like you're constantly cycling in the whys. Why is this happening to me? What is wrong with me? Why doesn't someone love me the way that I desire to be loved? Everything, all of that is for you. All of that, 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 everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. There's this place where, and I just wish I could gift every single person listening to this call just kind of this place where it's like, It truly is that easy, you guys. When you really tap into, when you get out of the place where you're trying to figure out why relationship doesn't work, and how to make the person you have decided you're going to have relationship with be the one that truly works for you, and you go to the space where you know the universe truly has your back, and you truly can have a relationship that actually expands you and creates more for you. And it doesn't have to be work, and it doesn't have to be heavy, and it doesn't have to be hard. There is a lightness that is available to you to have a relationship that truly expands you. Yeah, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. Relationship is really truly not a mystery. It's a mystery when you're trying to figure out the person that you're with. Because if you're trying to figure out the person that you're with, that person does not match who you be. Yeah, all of that is, and everywhere you keep doing that, and everywhere you keep trying to figure out how to make relationship work for you, everything, all of that is. And all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And more space, more possibility. More space, more possibility. More space, more possibility. Where's everywhere you are identifying with energies that don't actually work for you? Right there. Everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. So here are some of the reasons why I really see many people really trying to make relationship work that doesn't. And I would say probably the number one reason why is uh, because you're kind of relating yourself to past trauma situations. So you've potentially possibly had a trauma situation in your life, and maybe that doesn't even look like your trauma situation. Maybe that looks like even the way your parents functioned in relationship and the trauma that they had around relationship, right? And so it's like all of a sudden you're trying to have relationships show up as that past trauma and that past trauma. Now I know, and none of us would go, "Oh, I'm trying to make relationship be trauma drama," but I guarantee if you're in this place where you haven't been able to have a relationship that truly works for you, it's because you are trying to create that relationship based off a trauma or a drama of your past. So everywhere you're doing that, and everywhere you're choosing that, and everywhere you're tangled in that, everything, all of that is in all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. So what I found is if we can get into the energy of that, if we can get into the information of that, and we can truly untangle and unwind and release you from that, you truly can start showing up differently in relationship. You're no longer assuming and projecting relationship um, onto others as a trauma drama experience. You're no longer aligning with the trauma drama anymore. Because when you're aligned with the trauma drama, when it's something that you're still functioning within, it's something that you're actively searching for. And I think that's an important part of realizing and really truly getting into a relationship that works is you have to release yourself from the relationships in the past that didn't actually truly work from you. You have to fully heal from those energies. You have to heal, let go, release. Yeah. There's this place where you have to stop assuming and projecting relationships with others who aren't really truly capable of receiving you. And this is, again, this place where you meet someone and you decide that they are the one. Then you spend weeks or months feeling hurt and upset about why they don't treat you how you want to be treated. When in all actuality, you didn't actually check in to see if that person was actually truly the person that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with, or the person that even wanted to spend the rest of your life with you. You decided, you projected, you assumed that they were the one instead of actually truly allowing them to show up as who they are, being present with them in a way that you were able to see who they are and see if they are truly a frequency match to what you're looking for. We get to this place where we're so desperate for a relationship that we forget that we can say no. Yeah, everywhere you're not allowed to say no. Everywhere just because someone shows up, you have to decide to have a relationship with them. You can't actually feel into it. You can't actually see if they're capable of actually having that relationship with you. Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. More space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. What is everything you've decided about relationship that keeps you from having one that works? Everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. Let's just settle into that for a moment. Settle into that more. And settle into that more. And more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. To find exactly what it is that you're looking for in relationship, you have to truly separate you from the past hurts, um, the past place where you're trying to make it about a wrongness. Let me explain that a little bit better here, because that's not quite the energy that I wanted to go with. It's like it's like spending more time in the energy of what you do want than the energy that you don't want. How much time are you currently spending in the space of what you don't want around relationship? Are you spending more than 90% of your time there or less than 90% of your time there? Especially if, I mean, either way, whether you're yearning for a relationship that works, you could potentially be spending a lot of time in the why can't I, right? Why can't I find a relationship that works for me? What is wrong with me? There's a space where you have to stop identifying with the wrongness of you. And even if you're in relationship, you have to stop spending time in why can't I make this work? Why isn't this working for me? What's wrong with me, right? It's both of those places where you're identifying within the wrongness. So essentially, I I was trying to really look at a good way to really present this today, and I find it's becoming a challenge for me to really explain this without actually having someone else on the call, to really kind of get into the energy of where they're functioning in relationship and really be able to kind of break that down in a way that makes sense for everyone. So, with that being said, I'm essentially diving into a relationship class that is going to be starting in just about 3 weeks, and basically, what this whole series is going to be about is number one, releasing yourself from the past traumas, right? Releasing yourself from these places and spaces where people have not had your back in relationships. And when I look at creating a relationship that truly works for you, this is releasing yourself from even parental relationships that you had that didn't work. Because if you had parents who didn't have your back, it's going to be really hard for you to create a relationship in which your partner has your back. Okay. If your parents were continuously making you wrong, um, you're going to find it's really hard for you to have a relationship with someone without either quote unquote allowing them to make you wrong or you making them wrong. So, first and foremost, it's really about releasing and healing that part of you that has functioned in relationship with tons of wrongness. And then it's really about getting out of this place you are uh, where you are no longer assuming and projecting on relationships or about relationships, where you truly get to be present with what is showing up and really truly feeling if that is something that works for you or not. Releasing this internalization that there's something wrong with you because people can't acknowledge your brilliance. Stop cycling in this energy of why can't I find relationship? What is wrong with me? And really start living in the space where you know exactly what it is that you desire in relationship. And not only do you know that, but you feel that in your core so strongly energetically that you get to project that energy out. And what ends up starting to happen, and this is what I guess I'm trying to explain here is if you are in a place where you don't have relationship that works for you, 99% of the time, it's because you're spending more time in the energies of what doesn't work than in the energies that do. You're choosing from energies that don't work for you instead of being present with the energies that do work for you and being able to project them out in a way that you're capable and able to frequency match them and actually attract into your life what it is that you desire and you require. And the thing about that is when you start aligning with the energies that you truly desire in relationship, it allows the relationship to actually show up. Now, what's interesting about this is for myself when I even currently met my husband that I'm married to right now, I wouldn't say that we were necessarily a complete frequency match. But what's interesting about that is when I learned how to release myself from the assumptions and the projections and expectations of what I thought he should be, and I started allowing him to show up as he truly was. And when I started allowing myself to project out what it is that I actually truly desired, it allowed him to actually show up as that space. Yeah, and everything, all of that is for you. And everywhere that where that seems like it is completely out of the question or not something that you'd ever be able to do, or it feels really heavy or it feels really hard, like it would be something that's really hard for you to create, everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. It's interesting because, we are such energetic beings, right? And we are so aware. And so what I found is when you match up with someone, when you start dating someone, when you start having relationship with someone, and you start having relationship from your expectations and your projections of what that should be, it it there's either an aligning and agreeing within the resistance, or there's a more resistance and reaction, right, which creates a deeper friction. Now, when you let go of those, when you're able to energetically get out of that space of not having those projections and expectations, you actually create a space for something greater to show up. Now, what's so amazing about that is you can use that skill to really truly create anything in your life. This isn't just about relationship creation. This is about life creation for me. This is one of these parts and pieces where I feel like this is kind of a fundamental part and piece that you can use to literally create your whole entire life from. When you get out of this space where you're projecting and expecting, and you get into the place where you are holding space for what you desire and what you require and what would actually expand your life, what happens is this amazing space of ease and this amazing space of contribution starts showing up for your life. And when you get into the flow of ease and you get into the flow of contribution, your life starts changing and everything gets easier. And really, truly magical things can show up. Take a nice deep breath. So today I would like to invite you to a free call that I'm doing in just 2 days. It's just on Friday, October 19th, which is 2 days from today. So if you're listening to this call and it's past October 19th, 2018, you can still access the free call later. But essentially, I want to talk about relationships. I want to invite you into really looking at, why do you have relationships? Why are relationships continually showing up for you that might not work for you? And what can we do to change that? What can we be to change that? What can we release to change that? Yeah, everything, all of that is. And all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. More space and more possibilities. More space and more possibilities. Awesome. So if you're ready to change your relationship, or you're ready to change the energy around relationship, let me say, I would love to have you join me for this free call. So you can go to my website, www.jamie.bates.com, and go to creating no cosmic connections. Sorry, go to the page that is under the classes and go to cosmic connections. Now this series that I have starting is going to be 16 weeks, and we're really going to dive into releasing yourself from all these places and spaces where people have not had your back in relationship, whatever that looks like, whether that's parent relationship, whether that's friend relationships, whether that's maybe relationships from your past, right? Let's release all of that baggage that you have around relationship. Let's really get out of the space where we are projecting and expecting, and let's get into what it would really truly be like to really truly know that what you desire, what you truly want out of relationship is possible for you to have. Yeah, everywhere you've decided that having a relationship that works for you is not something that's available to you. Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. What you truly focus on expands. What you put effort into gets created. So let's put some effort, let's put some expansion on really truly creating you as the frequency match to what you truly desire out of your life. Yeah, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. So just even continuing on and moving forward, even if you don't sign up for my free call, even if you don't join me on the website, that's okay. But really clearing out these places of what you've decided about relationship, that having one that works for you, right? That keeps you from having one that works for you. And everywhere you're not allowed to have a relationship that works for you. Change those two core frequencies and truly change the way that relationship shows up for you. Yeah, it's time. It's like we're in such a powerful time right now. I think we're seeing this in every aspect of our life where it's time to truly align with energies that work for us. It's time to truly align with your whole life, having your whole life actually really truly show up as an expansion of energies that truly work for you. Awesome. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I would love to have you connect to me, whether you go on my website, www.jamie.bates.com, and sign up for my free series and my email list, or you connect to me on Facebook. You can join me on my Facebook group at expandyourreality.com, or I'm sorry, just Expand Your Reality. I don't actually have expandyourreality.com, but I am working on some amazing new shifts and changes in my business, and I can't wait to actually get that out there and actually start showing you all of the amazing new free things I'm going to have, all of the things I'm going to have to really truly expand your reality. So thank you so much for listening to me today, and I look forward to connecting to you in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.
You have been listening to Expand Your Reality with your host, Jamie Bates. Thank you for listening.